So now that we're back to the home page, and you've been invited by a coordinator in regards to your career, use the navigational item at the top to click the career track. Career tracking has been split into several modules. It is a series of forms that will guide you through updating your career and research information. You can use the next and previous buttons to advance to the individual modules, or if you'd like, you can use the direct module access below. The first module is your career dashboard. That's where we are now. This is where you can either click Next or select which module you'd like to update. Take notice of the stars in the upper right-hand corner of some of the modules. These have been highlighted because they are extremely important to the coordinators to have that information relevant and regularly updated. Let's start by clicking About You. About You is your personal demographic information. This information is vital but not mandatory. Coordinators like to have this information as a result of reporting to make sure training programs are as diverse as possible. This is also very important information, so it lets them know of eligibility for current and future training program offerings. The final column, System Identifiers, is used throughout ResearchLogix to allow for direct importing from several external systems like PubMed, NIH Reporter, and ERA Commons. If you have this information handy, it would be extremely beneficial to have that information provided just to ensure you have the best user experience. Let's use the next button to progress to the next module, Contact Information. Contact information is vital to the coordinator so that they know how to contact you in the case that there are any questions about your existing training experience or any future potential training experiences. We have provided two options, professional contact and personal contact. As you navigate your career, you will have designated contact information for the institution that you are presently aligned with. Make sure that your professional contact information is up to date. Personal contact information will generally not change too much, but please make sure that your current information is relevant. Next, let's advance to the next section, Training History. Training history has been established for your personal view. This section is not editable, but it allows you to see a historical record of all your trainings at various institutions. From here, you will be able to see the program, your mentor or mentors, your affiliated projects, and the departments that you have worked within. As you are added to more training programs, this will be managed by the training program coordinator. Let's go to the next section, Educational Degrees. In Educational Degrees, you'll be able to see currently obtained degrees or degrees in progress. If you need to add a degree, use the New Item button to create a new degree. If you see a degree listed that needs to be updated, use the Edit button next to the degree and make the appropriate changes. We try to keep things as simple as possible. As a demonstration, let's add a degree by clicking the New Item. Clicking the new item will open a small modal for you to enter the degree's basic information, like type of degree, university, field of study, and degree date. If the degree is still in progress, just leave the degree date blank. After you're happy with the entry, click Save. You'll receive a visual notification, and it should be found now in your degree list. Like we said earlier, if you notice that an edit is needed, click the Edit button next to the entry. Again, make the edits and click the Save button to save your entry. If you need to delete this altogether, click the Delete button. Like always, if you delete an item, it's gone forever, so please be careful. We will ask you to confirm if you want to proceed with the delete. Once deleted, you'll see that it's been removed from your list. This takes care of educational degrees. Now let's move on to the next step, positions. Your career progress as you accept and hold new positions is very important to the coordinators so that they know how you have progressed since training within an institution. You'll notice that the setup is very similar to the previous section, Educational Degrees. You have a new item option and the ability to edit existing entries. Let's add a new item. click the New Item button. From this modal, you'll be able to enter the position name that you hold, the employer, which could be a business or an institution. Make sure to enter the begin year. If you are currently employed by this entity, please make sure that you leave the end date blank. For the position description, elaborate a little bit on your primary duties and regularly performed duties. The final field is position category. We've supplied some options for you. Make sure you select the correct option, which is correlated to the position, as this is very important to distinguish if the position held is relevant to any training that you've been involved in. After entering this information, click Save. If you wish to make any edits to any pre-existing entries, use the Edit option next to the item that you would like to edit. Next, we'll focus on the next section, Publications. Click Next to advance. Publications are imported directly from PubMed. This utility will allow you to import your current publications directly into ResearchLogix. On the coordinator side, they'll be able to analyze the publication to see how it's connected to your mentors and, if any, other investigators that are aligned within their institution. You may currently have a full list of publications initially shown. If there is a check mark next to the publication, then your job is done, and the publication is already within ResearchLogix. If there is a checkbox that you can click, then you'll want to make sure that you check that, if it is indeed yours, and use the button Import Selected to get that into the system. If there is any publication that you know that's yours that is not showing up on the list, then you can use the Search PubMed utility to locate it using the title, PubMed UID, or the PMC ID. Use the filter to the right to select how you'd like to search. Enter your criteria, and then click the Search PubMed button. If found, it will be available to you to import. ResearchLogix will take care of linking the publication to your profile. Once you are done, click Next to proceed to the next step, Research Project Funding. Project funding is important because coordinators would like to know what additional funding you've obtained to support your research. Similar to the other modules, you have the opportunity to add new items and make edits to existing. Click New Item, you'll see the various fields that are required. Make sure to complete all the fields in this to its entirety. Once you have recorded it, make sure to hit that Save button. You'll receive a visual confirmation and it will be added to your list. The next 5 modules are not mandatory, but are key items to career tracking. These modules include Honors and Achievements, Scientific Appointments and Memberships, Participation in Community Outreach, Professional Activities, and Lectures and Presentations. Once you've reached Lectures and Presentations and completed your entries, you've completed the full cycle of career tracking updates within ResearchLogix. As an added benefit, most of the items you've already cataloged will immediately be available to you within the Edge platform, which is our BioSketch generator. This is also going to serve as our future CV generator. When creating your BioSketch in Edge, adding items there will automatically populate your career tracking. However, as a best practice, it is advised that you regularly go through the career tracking module to make sure your ResearchLogix profile is up to date. So this concludes our walkthrough of the ResearchLogix Career Tracking module. Thanks for your time, and be sure to visit our YouTube channel for more videos, as they're released. Welcome again to ResearchLogix.